In Hollywood, redemption isn't just rare, it's nearly impossible. When the spotlight turns harsh, most never recover. But somehow, Johnny Depp did more than survive the storm. He vanished from the studios that once chased him, stepped off the red carpet, and reappeared in the unlikeliest of places. There was a time when Johnny Depp was everywhere. The quirky outsider who became Hollywood royalty, from the razor-wielding barber in Sweeney Todd to the chaotic genius of Jack Sparrow, he turned every role into gold. Disney built billion-dollar franchises around him, directors lined up, studios bragged about locking him in. But in 2016, that empire cracked, and then collapsed. What started as personal turmoil quickly spiraled into one of the most public legal sagas the industry had ever seen. Headlines didn't just report, they devoured. Accusations flew, lawsuits piled up, and suddenly, the man once hailed as a creative genius became radioactive. Disney wiped him from Pirates of the Caribbean, projects vanished, and the industry? Dead silent. The transformation from icon to outcast was brutal, and for most it would have been the end. But while Hollywood hit pause, the public pressed play. Millions didn't just watch the courtroom drama, they dissected every frame. Social media exploded with theories, reactions, and raw emotion. For some, it was gossip. For others, it was justice. But for many, Depp became something more than a movie star. He became a symbol of endurance, of someone dragged through the dirt and refusing to stay down. He didn't speak much, but he didn't have to. His silence only added fuel to the fire, and as studios stayed quiet, fans got louder. Petitions to bring him back hit millions of signatures. TikToks, tributes, breakdowns of the trial, all went viral. While Hollywood froze in fear, the audience kept watching, and they were waiting for something, anything, that looked like a comeback. That comeback didn't arrive in a Hollywood studio. It arrived in France. In 2023, Depp re-emerged with Jean de Berry, a French historical drama where he played King Louis XV. No pirates, no prosthetics, just raw performance. The film opened the Cannes Film Festival, and the reaction was surreal. Critics were divided, but fans, they flooded the streets, camped outside for hours, and gave him a 7-minute standing ovation. It wasn't just applause, it was defiance. A signal that Depp still mattered, even if Hollywood wasn't ready to admit it. But behind the glamour, rumors brewed. Director Mai Wen reportedly clashed with Depp on set, creative differences, lateness, control issues. Whispers said the shoot was tense. Still, the film premiered. The crowd stood, and suddenly, Depp wasn't cancelled. He was complicated. But Cannes was only part of the story. Behind the red carpet smiles, things weren't so polished. Reports claimed Depp's relationship with director Mai Wen was rocky from the start. She later admitted he didn't speak much French, often arrived late, and challenged direction. Some crew members backed her up, others defended Depp, calling him professional and focused. But the damage was done. The whispers of difficult to work with started swirling again. For the industry, it was déjà vu. He was back on screen, but behind the scenes, uncertainty lingered. Studios watched closely. Was this a one-off success, or the start of a shaky pattern? For Depp, it didn't matter. He wasn't trying to impress them. He had something else in the works, something darker, deeper, and far more personal. That next move came quietly and unexpectedly. Depp signed on to star in Day Drinker, a psychological thriller set far from Hollywood's spotlight. The plot? A broken man trapped on a yacht, haunted by memories, spiraling into paranoia. But it wasn't just another role. It felt like a reflection. Filming began on the volcanic shores of Tenerife, Spain. No studio hype, no press tour. Just a stripped-down production, funded by Italy's Rai Cinema and Leone Film Group. And this time, Depp wasn't hiding behind eccentric costumes or quirky accents. He looked raw, sober, weathered. USA Today described his look on set as aged but alert, like a man who'd been through fire and made it out scarred but standing. Daydrinker wasn't just a comeback film, it was a confrontation with his past, with his demons, and with the version of himself the world thought they knew. In Daydrinker, Depp plays an aging writer whose relationship with reality is falling apart, twisting timelines, haunted memories, and self-doubt all bleeding together. It's fiction, but for anyone watching closely, the parallels are hard to ignore. This wasn't just another oddball character, this was personal. Depp, once synonymous with hard living and late-night headlines, now lives quietly. He's reportedly stopped drinking, focusing instead on music, painting, and films with soul, not spectacle. The character in Daydrinker is spiraling, but Depp, for once, isn't. And maybe that's the point. He's confronting chaos through art, not by running from it. And for the first time in years, he's doing it without a massive budget, without studio oversight, and without needing Hollywood's permission. Despite the quiet success of Jean Dubarry and the intrigue around Daydrinker, Hollywood isn't rushing to bring Depp back. The verdicts didn't erase the controversy. To some executives, he's still a risk. Too unpredictable, too polarizing. Even Disney, after rumors of a possible Pirates of the Caribbean return, reportedly panicked behind closed doors. Producer Jerry Bruckheimer acknowledged the demand, saying the fans want him, but he also admitted that Disney wasn't sure it could handle the backlash. It's a delicate standoff. Studios calculate numbers. Fans speak with loyalty. And somewhere in the middle stands Depp, choosing smaller films. While the industry hesitates, Johnny Depp isn't waiting around. He's living by a different code now, one built on purpose, not pressure. No longer chasing stardom, he's chasing silence, creativity, and peace. He's split his time between homes in France, the UK, and a remote estate outside Italy. There are no paparazzi staged outings, no PR stunts, just painting, music, and moments that feel real. He visits children's hospitals without press. He records blues albums with close friends. In a rare real estate interview, he admitted, "Life isn't quieter, it's just more honest now." The man once known for chaos has built a life that's strangely calm. He's not the pirate anymore, he's the painter, the guitarist, the survivor. And that, more than any blockbuster role, may be his most surprising transformation yet. So where does Johnny Depp go from here? He might never headline billion-dollar franchises again. He might never win back every studio or silence every critic. But maybe that was never the goal. Because what he's building now isn't a comeback, it's a reinvention. He's making films on his own terms, connecting directly with fans and living a life that feels stripped of ego and filled with intent. For many, he'll always be Jack Sparrow. But for Depp, that was just a character. This version, quiet, grounded, and unapologetically human, is something else entirely. A man no longer fueled by fame, but by creation. A career no longer managed by Hollywood, but by heart. And maybe that's what real redemption looks like. Not a headline, not a blockbuster, just a man who kept going when the world told him to stop. Make sure to subscribe. We got more untold journeys, hidden chapters, and unexpected comeback you don't want to miss.